Alright. So, I have taken it upon myself to learn absolutely as much as physically possible about Homestuck without ever reading the comic. This was an idea not only agreed upon by myself, but using the help of my friend Mora, the one who helped me make this video, watch it, who was basically my Homestuck University professor, helping me through this interesting journey, to say the least. But I don't know who or why I had agreed upon this. All I know is that now I have a surplus of useless knowledge about a comic that was made in 2009, and I can't change this fact about myself. I'm going to start off with just explaining my background knowledge that I had on the subject before embarking on this quest. I heard about Homestuck in 2012 by my really close middle school friend at the time. She was absolutely obsessed with Homestuck, had OCs and fan art and fan merch, etc, etc, etc. So on the last day of middle school before summer break, she was talking to one of my bullies at the time. She pulled off his hoodie to show off his homemade Homestuck t-shirt, which consisted of just a plain black t-shirt with a badly painted Taurus symbol done with probably the cheapest paints known to man. I was enamored, quite frankly. They were both discussing Homestuck when it hit me. If I got into Homestuck, maybe I would stop getting bullied by this guy. So I attempted to read the comic over summer break. I legit have no idea how far I had gotten into it, but I know I did not finish it for a fact. Well, it's not like the comic was even close to being finished in the first place, but I know for a fact I didn't even come close to catching up. I have barely any memory of that I had read this, other than a few character names and their vague appearances. Looking back on it, I would have had a horrible time attempting to read the comic anyway, seeing as Terezi's fucking typing quirk is one of the worst assaults on a dyslexic person's brain I have ever witnessed. Also, speaking of dyslexia, the amount of just word vomit within that comic would have driven me away anyhow. I know I wouldn't have been able to do it. My other exposure to this being outside the fandom was the cosplay scene. I have been to a good handful of cons over the years, and I'm sure almost everyone knows just how heinous the Homestuck cosplayers are known to be. I had witnessed a fair share of the very interesting acts that would be committed on con grounds. I know one con that is a few states away from me that's full-on banned any Homestuck-related cosplay due to them vandalizing the place with gray paint, toilet paper, and buckets. Which fucking baffles me because, holy shit, no Homestuck allowed, apparently. I have no idea how true this statement is now, but I knew that back in the day, Homestuck cosplayers were always disrupting the peace somehow, and I always knew that I wanted nothing to do with them and stayed far away from most of them. They scared me. I'm not going to lie. I was scared of them. Now it is present day. I am 22 years old. Homestuck has ended a while ago, and I am now plagued with the endless knowledge on this subject. Let's begin. I'm going to start off with an attempted plot summary on the comic. It's going to be bad, but I think I know the main plot and character relations enough to figure it out. So we start with our main man, John. It's his birthday, and also he's getting an epic game today called Spurb to play with his other free epic friends. The game basically, manipulates the world around the users, and, his friend Rose basically, puts shit around his house, and just all around fucks with the game. Then a fucking meteor falls from the sky and just destroys the world. But it's okay, because our main protags are completely fine, just in a completely new world. No biggie. So now their job is to, make a new world for them to live on and fight enemies, and they, have these new powers that are based around their personalities and are overall complicated as fuck. But they can fight for themselves now, which is pretty cool. So they fuck around with the game a bit more, and we learned that the world they teleported to has a war raging on it between white and black chess people, or some shit like that. All the kids are now in the game and have their own worlds that they then, can look around on and just run around and do, adventure game shit on. This is when I think, anyways, the internet trolls start contacting them, but they're not really important right now. The main bad guy shows up because he killed this one bitch and got her ring. Okay, now the internet trolls are important. I legit never thought about why they were called trolls, but basically because they troll the kids. I fucking feel insane right now. What the fuck? Anyways, it's their backstory, and we learned that the gray alien cunts had their own successful game of Spurb and got to make a new universe, which is the universe the kids are currently in, which is a frog for some reason. Then the bad guy shows up. at like the worst time and they have to live on meteors for a while. I don't want to think about what happens on those meteors because of all the weird content I've seen about it. But it was like around like 3 years they were stuck on there. Sounds boring. The trolls end up like murdering the fuck out of each other for unknown reasons. They all hate love, hate each other, and the clown bitch was the main one who started it all, but the other spider cunt was apparently of it too. And the kids are only now realizing that their game session is doomed, which means they'll lose and like, I guess, die. Sure, so they all work together to create a new game for themselves called Scratching or something. I don't know, there's pre and post scratch used as terms, so I'm gonna use that. Caliborn is there, I think, at some point. He's evil, but also made the trolls and made Homestuck in general. He's basically just used as a venting device for Hussy's frustrations for whatever reason. I would vent too if I had to work on this shit for like fucking 8 years, so honestly, I don't blame him. We kind of go over a new set of characters, not like we didn't need any more, right? Which are basically just kid versions of all the 4 kids as parental figures. They're like the main 4, but like slightly to the left, and also it's not confusing as hell, trust me. Also, more importantly, I think this is when those fucking Dancestors show up, and god, I hate the fucking Dancestors so much. I do not want to talk about them. They suck so fucking bad. Around this time, there's a huge retcon for whatever reason that has a lot of minor and major shit changed. And people either love or hate the retcon. Some say it's good, some say it's bad. I have no opinion on it, but like, why would you retcon so much near the end of your comic, dude? Like, that legit makes no fucking sense, but whatever. All the characters shown up and are like, calling all besties kill! So they fight a bunch of bad guys all at the same time. It's super intense and amazing. And whoa! They win! Because yay! And then Homestuck ends because they created a new universe of the kids and trolls and chess people, and they all kiss and live happily ever after, basically. Don't ask me about Homestuck 2 or the epilogues. I saw cutouts of the epilogues. I don't want to talk about it. And legit, the only thing I know about Homestuck 2 is that everyone hated it, and also Dave Cat Kiss? Question mark? On a washing machine? So we already know that Homestuck's plot is, like, extremely confusing, to say the least, and also the fucking webcomic is about, like, 8,000 pages long, and it's kind of hard to explain such a long-ass comic without just, you know, reading it yourself. So, obviously there's going to be things that are missed, or looked over wrong, or whatever, and, like, there's just this one thing that's always, like, kind of, like, baffled me, which was, so, like, the trolls are internet trolls. This blew my mind, but also, since they basically created the kids' world, they, like, manipulate specific things about the kids, like Jade's narcolepsy and, like, traumatic backstories and the puppet smut all the way down to their names? I don't understand. I don't know why. I know why, kind of. The kids are, like, ruining their life or something, and, like, they can't live in their world properly, but, like, what? And what the hell do you mean Gamzee did what? Oh, also the Dancestors still suck. They still suck so bad. They were horrible. I wish I could fucking remove them from my brain, and I wish they weren't of fucking plot importance. God, why do they exist? So I wanted to go above and beyond with this project and talk about one of my favorite things involving the Stuck of Homes, which are the trolls. I'm a slut for world building. I can't just have one-off characters without a pre- or newly established word for them to run around on. It's why I enjoy making fandom OCs, as the world rules are already applicable, and my tiny brain doesn't need to overwork itself. Anyhow, trolls are very interesting in general, since they have their own troll society, troll anatomy, and troll rules to follow. I like their concepts in theory. Some are kind of stupid and are never successfully explained, but here are some concepts that are used in regular troll day-to-day life. I'm going to start from the beginning of the life cycle with troll reproduction. I know this is a bit of a spicy topic, but it's fucking weird, so I might as well pull the band-aid off now. Trolls don't give birth normally like humans do. How the trolls are born are all around one mighty being known as the mother grub. Trolls are to dispose genetic material into a bucket with their respective partner. Buckets are used as like a running joke in the fandom because they're basically considered like a lewd item in, you know, troll terms. And even I knew vaguely about this because it's such a funny joke, guys. Yay, let's pelt this poor car cat cosplayer in metal buckets and injure them because lol! Anyhow, they all hold hands in a circle and spit into a bucket, and then these big creatures called drones collect the buckets and take them to the mother grub, and she... man, I don't fucking know what she does, but afterwards she lays eggs. And the eggs hatch into these disgustingly cute little things called grubs, which are basically just a troll head on a little worm body. They kind of just vibe in the cave before turning into young trolls and getting a thing called a lucis. Luci are these big white animal-like creatures that are basically the parents of the trolls, since like they don't really have moms or dads. Just these big beast creatures that vaguely protect them and take care of them. I don't know the whole purpose of their relationship. Like, guess that's just kind of how they want to live their life, which is fine. Alright, now we're going to go on to the topic of romance. Troll romance is a very major thing, but in general also for the shipping aspect of the fandom, because oh my god is it fucking wild. So basically they don't just have like normal dating, terms like humans. These bitches get four fucking different relationship types, and they are all involved with different people, which is fucking crazy. Basically if you're a troll that gets bitches, you have like 4-ish bitches, or maybe more, with varying levels of intimacy. So here's what they're called: the 4 quadrants in troll romance. Mate sprit. Also known as flushed or red rom, which symbol is used with a classic heart. This is the closest to human dating you can get. It's basically just boyfriend and girlfriend, or girlfriend and girlfriend, or boyfriend and boyfriend, etc. Yeah. Trolls don't really have sexualities or like biological genders, so they're just kind of bisexual by default because homophobia is a lower being concept. Morale is also known as more allegiance or pale, and the symbol being a diamond. These are basically just like close besties. Like a best friend you wouldn't make out with, but would vibe with and be comfortable, like just chilling with and stuff like that. It can kind of be unhealthy, but like most friendships can be. But sometimes they can be like extremely dependent of each other. Kismesis, also known as pitch or black rom, and the symbol is a spade. Oh yeah, baby, this is the one that most people outside the fandom know the most about, myself included. It's basically just a hate fuck, like a rival you would make out with really badly. But it has to be like, like equal power balance. Like you can't just hate someone but the other person not hate you back. It has to be a mutual hate between you guys and y'all kiss. Auspici? I don't fucking know how to pronounce it. It's known as ashen, and I don't know what other term it's used by, and the symbol is a club. But like, the basic gist is that it involves 3 people, 2 with a bad relationship and a mediator. This concept is barely explored in canon because it's weird in general, but basically the whatever the hell, the mediator basically, is just trying to make sure the 2 other behave so their relationship doesn't turn into a kismesis, because quadrant treating is bad, but y'all can kill each other, whatever, that's fine. Alright, you already know what's up with this. The Homestuck. One of the most important things about troll society as a whole. The Homestuck is basically the classist ranking of all the trolls, which are decided by the blood on which you were born with. These bitches bleed rainbow. Anyways, if you're stuck being born in like a low blood caste, you're basically just fucked. You legit can't do anything about it. You can, I guess, like, lie about it, but like they'll just figure it out eventually. They're all assholes. Burgundy, the lowest of the low. The worst blood caste you can be born into. Burgundy bloods, or otherwise known as rust bloods, but that's usually used in correlation with bronze as well, are the roles troll God can hand you in the card deck of life. They are treated like punching bags by even bitches just 1 caste higher than them, and also their life just sucks in general. I feel horribly bad for them. Bronze. Second lowest, bronze/rust bloods are known to have telepathic powers to communicate with like animals, or basically the beasts and Luci of the Homestuck world. Oh, fuck, I forgot. This place is called Alternia. Oh yeah, okay, the trolls have a world called Alternia. I'm not backtracking now, so now you know that the world is called Alternia. Anyways, they have those powers, so they usually are like seen in like workplaces that revolve around animals and such. Yellow/gold blood. Yellow or gold bloods are known for their fucked up, funky eyes and 2 sets of horns. They have these like psychokinetic powers. I know that there's like a term for it, but I don't remember what the hell it's called. But they are very powerful in that category and are basically like living batteries of energy, which the highest class fish bitches use to power their fucking ships. What the fuck? Anyways, yeah, they do that. They also suffer from this disease known as void rot, where their eyes like fall out of their head and they just slowly die. Cute. Olive. Alright, olive bloods. I don't really know that much about their features. Going off of like Nepeta's whole kitty thing, I assumed they were basically all cat furries because haha Leo Zodiac. But they're just kind of dudes, guys that vibe. I don't know what they do. I legit don't. I'm sorry. Because they're kind of just like there and have nothing that I can think of off the top of my head that differs from other blood casts. Jade. Yeah, baby! Jade bloods! As you can see by my name in this one server, I like Jade bloods. Jade bloods are basically the assigned moms of the spectrum. They take care of the previous mentioned mother grub and watch over her and the babies to make sure that birthing goes smoothly. Heavily Catholic coded and are supposed to be like all female? Why? But what about the slutty e-boy Lanquid from Hiveswap? That's a guy. Also, his horns are even. They are not supposed to have even horns. What the fuck is going on? I'm just going to assume, since trolls don't really have a biological sex, the female thing is just a societal thing forced on the Jades, but even then, I don't fucking know. It's weird, but they're basically Catholic nuns that watch babies all day. I love them. Teal. Okay, I don't know why, but I don't really care for this cast, really. It's probably because when I played Hiveswap with Mora, well, watched him play it in about 280p on, like, the worst stream known to man on Discord, I disliked most of the teal trolls in the train section of the game. I don't know why, no shade if y'all like them, but they just didn't interest me much. But since they're Libras, they're all about law and order, haha, because it's a scale, funny. That's about it, I think. Terezi has like a dragon thing going on, but I don't know what that's about, but the dragons are cute. I kind of want one. Cerulean. Alright, we're getting a bit higher on the scale now, boys. But cerulean bloods sometimes just have fucked up eyes because they can, and like a spider no teeth because scorpions, I guess. They just seem kind of fucked up in general, but they have a pretty pog life since they're on the higher end of the, you know, spectrum. Indigo. Alright, now we're in the big leagues, baby. These fuckers are the first high bloods on the list, and they are supposed to be sophisticated and into buff horses, yeah, but yeah, I don't know, they're just rich kids who are also horse girls at the same time, which most horse girls are, since like horses are pretty expensive. They like to beat the shit out of things too, I guess. Purple. Aw yeah, the purples. One of the weirdest fucking casts of all, in my opinion. All purple bloods are AJAB, which basically stands for assigned juggalo at birth. They're all just clowns. Like, literally, they're all clowns that rap. And that's not it. They're also all huge and buff when they grow up for some reason. Sure. And also they have a clown religion. Yeah, they have a clown cult. They worship the high clown and sacrifice lower bloods to him for the clown religion. It's fucking insane. Legit, it's fucking crazy. And you know what? I'm down for it. Violet. Alright. Now we're in the fish section. These two last casts are all sea-dwelling trolls, which are pretty cool. They have their own society down there, and none really go above land except sometimes. I don't really know. They do. They just kind of vibe down there. The violets are considered royalty, but like, not really. But they fish. Yeah, that's about it. Fuchsia. Alright. Here's the last and most important cast. Fuchsia bloods. They're fish like the violets, but are like 10 million times more important. They're like considered the top royalty of like all the trolls. And the fuchsia blood queen is basically the ruler of all of Eternity in the worst way possible. Yeah, that's about it. They fish, but like slightly more important. Yeah. I almost forgot, there's also like a mutation that can happen in trolls' blood where their blood color goes outside the realm of their spectrum, which is classified as candy red. Humans fall under this blood category, and if a troll has like candy red blood, I think they just kill it on sight or something. I don't know actually why it's that big of a deal. If their blood is bright red, just put them under the burgundy class, I guess. Also, there is a now currently extinct blood color known as lime. Apparently they were too powerful, as they all had to be like fucking eviscerated on sight for some reason. Never really explained fully as to why. This is also where my blood type falls under, since I have the Cancer zodiac, which is just fucking amazing. Okay, now that we have the main gist of the trolls out of the way, I wanted to give vague ideas I have about the characters. Like I said, I haven't really read Homestuck, well, other than like minor bits and pieces, but I know about all the characters for the most part. So here's my basic descriptions on them. John, the main character, the hero of the tale, he's just this guy, this dude, this plain nerd. Rose, a girl who loves Lovecraftian horror and loves to read. She has a mom with an alcohol addiction who has like a shit ton of cats. Dave, okay, so this one is Moore's favorite. I can't get him wrong. Treated chilly by his brother and is terrified of puppets, a cool epic pog champion of a guy. Awesome shades and like very plot important. Jade, my favorite girlie. She's so fucking cute. She's a sleepy girl who loves animals and her guardian is a fucking teleporting dog and she's a furry and she's amazing and it's great. Dirk. He's the alpha kid I know the most about. He's Dave's older, younger brother father. Cool shades, gay, I think. Very smart with technology, has a cool sword, is the main fucking villain of Homestuck 2. Also, what the fuck is an ultimate Dirk? Jake. He's some British guy who loves guns and has a weird obsession with the Avatar movie. And okay. Also, he's an explorer, I think. I don't know. Jade's grandfather. Roxy. She has an alcohol addiction at age 16 and keeps like a million fucking cats in her house. Rose's mom. Jane. Legit, I don't know. I keep forgetting she's John's grandmother, but like, she's the most least interesting of all of the kids. Just some fucking girl. Also, she's Trump in Homestuck 2. What the fuck happens in Homestuck 2? Alright, enough of the lame humans. Time to go about everyone's fan favorites. The trolls, baby. Carcat, the troll with my zodiac. He's a noisy asshole who's moody and speaks in all caps, and I love that for him. He's very pathetic and likable, and I love pathetic men. Very good Cancer representation in my opinion. Oh, also his blood is candy red, so he's a mutant or whatever. Aradia. For some reason, I legit never see anyone talk about Aradia. I never see anyone say she's their favorite, and apparently she doesn't even want to be in this story either, because she's barely plot relevant for half of it. Honestly, good for her. She's the sane one. She's also very cute because ram horns are amazing. Tavros. The most I know about him is one of my old friends I met on Deviantart loved him because he was a Taurus. He's like the punching bag of the entire comic, and I guess Hussey hated him because everything bad happens to him. Like, holy shit, he's just treated like shit. God damn. Poor guy. Sollux. A greasy gamer guy who likes technology. He's got the fucked up eyes, which is pretty cool. Some shit happens and he loses his eyes and wears 2 fucking eye patches. That's amazing. Like, holy shit. I love it. Also, he has a lisp, I guess. Nepeta. A cute furry role player. She's amazing. She's kind of cringe looking back on her, but you know what? She's allowed to be. She's a cat furry and she role plays a shit ton and also makes shipping charts for her friends. I mean, like, hell, alright girl, go ahead. Kanaya, my favorite troll, she's amazing. The true girl of bosses. She's so fucking pretty and has a fucking chainsaw. Holy shit. She also turns into the troll version of a vampire, which is fucking awesome. And they're called rainbow drinkers. Apparently only Jade Bloods can do that, but like, holy shit, isn't that awesome? She is great. I love her, Moncore. Terezi. She's a dragon scaly who's blind because her LARPing partner made her stare directly at the fucking sun and had her eyes burned. So now she tastes things to see them? Okay, I guess. I can't read her text at all due to my dyslexia. She seems cute and fun though. Gamer girl? I think. Vriska, the girl. She has done everything wrong, but also nothing wrong at the same time. Schrodinger's Vriska. I have no opinion on her, but what the fuck? Why did she do all those things? Like, what the fuck? Girl. Equius. Sweaty horse guy? I don't know. He makes me feel weird and uncomfortable. He enjoys milk an uncomfortable amount. Just, why is he so sweaty all the fucking time? And he looks so fucked up. Buff? Loves horses and buff horses. Horse girl. Gamzee, the OG Juggalo clown. Loves always getting high off of weird slime pie and drunk off of Fago, which is a real drink I didn't know for the longest time because I never heard about it. But soda is basically alcohol to trolls apparently. If he's sober, he just like kills people. Very unhealthy. Aradia, Fish Prince. I knew him from that Ugly Story fan song that got super popular, and honestly, I love that song. It's great, to be honest. Homestuck always has like amazing fan songs, by the way, like holy shit. Anyways, he's a simp and is desperate to get some, but also I feel bad for him, and I don't know, maybe he does find love. I don't really know what happens to him, honestly. Pfeffery. The going to soon be queen of the trolls. She's apparently done really bad things, but her sprites in Pesterquest are like so cute. Like what the fuck? She's so cute. She's got the personality of a Disney princess that kills people, I guess, but look at her sprites. She's so cute. There are like a lot more characters. Like a shit ton in Hiveswap. The Guardians, some minor characters, some antagonists, the Cherubs. Oh boy. The Cherubs. But I won't go on explaining absolutely everyone, so I stuck it with the main-ish characters of the comic. Alright, so here are my final thoughts on explaining Homestuck without reading it. There are, and I know this already, a lot of things I missed or skimmed over, but I don't think it would be possible for me to get into even half of the smaller details in Homestuck as a whole. Not to mention the things I don't know. I don't expect all my information to be correct either, as I'm basically doing this from memory for the most authentic experience of my hubris. So there's definitely going to be things incorrect, I probably said. But I tried my best, and I wanted to say I think I did a pretty good job at completing my quest. I worked hard. Harder than I probably should have for something like Homestuck. But here I am, and now I'm plagued with this massive amount of knowledge about Homestuck. If only it could have been something useful, I guess. Oh well. At least I know about the hemo spectrum and how you should never play a game with your friends ever, because it will ruin the universe.